Hello, and welcome to I just had to.
You would just put that Brian double mess away, honey. Just go ahead.
I'm a boy.
You see, ain't that a hot mess?
I'm a boy.
Ain't nothing boy about that.
I'm a
but
boy.
that shirt.
Hello, welcome to Smoochez. I am J.B. Giovanni, the Junior Correspondent for the Gang and TV. Today we are welcoming Tye and Sayvion, the self-proclaimed perfect couple. How are you all today?
Wonderful, praise.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we're going to start right into our interview. How did the two of you meet?
So I can answer that.
I'm answering the question. Well, praise.
And what's the secret about laundromat?
Yeah, I met him at a laundromat. Kind of, I just walked up the street. We was talking online, and I met him at a laundromat in Mosquito. Son.
I was going to wash clothes.
Yeah.
You know, I think, knock out two at one time, go meet somebody new and wash your drawers. That lady, at least I'm clean.
I was doing the same thing before I left, so it really wasn't a big deal. So, met up, went back to the house, and did extracurricular activities. And that was it.
Extracurricular? Can you elaborate on those extracurricular?
Oh no, we didn't do it.
Oh,
okay. But we just, we
not right away.
Okay.
We're just so young.
How do you keep your relationship from being dull? What brings about the spontaneity? What brings about the pop, the spark?
He like looking at my butt. I think that's what it is. Well, I mean, that's not the only thing, because it's not just about the physical with us, I mean, even though we have a lot of things about us that are different, we also, is because of those differences, is the reason why we respect each other. And then we learn to love each other because of our differences, because there's certain things that I will do that he won't do, and vice versa.
Yes.
Okay, so how about you give me an example of an intimate moment, something that's dear to you. Doesn't have to be, sexual of nature, but just something intimate that's, close to your heart. What would shed a better light on how you two connect?
For me, it would be the first time he told me he loved me. He was sitting on Federal Hill. He said something spiritual about the waters. I was sitting in front of the water.
Can I bring about the waters?
Water is it's nothing but an element.
Okay.
I will stress this, and I love camera for this. I am churchy to the bone. I love Jesus down. I am Pentecostal. As what my pastor would say, y'all will know him whenever y'all know him, is that he is the Pentecostal pontificator. I am very sanctified to my bones. I'm spiritual. I was born spiritual. And I'm going to die spiritual. There's nothing that anybody can do about that. I just have things about the water is that it's an element. Whatever you send in the water, whatever you send, it just goes. Or whatever you want to come back, it comes back. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's nothing completely psychotic with three witches and a daggone broom. It's nothing about it. It's just if you say something, it comes back. It's where peace is. It's where you can just be at one. Just you have a lot of time to clears your head. It gives you gives you clarity. It's not no big deal with it.
So you were clear when you said you loved
Yes.
Exactly,
Yes.
and that's why I was so precious.
Wonderful.
Something,
Do you consider your relationship to be an example for other people to follow? And why would you say such? Yes or no?
The only thing that I want somebody to mirror in our relationship is that we have learned not to let the outside affect our relationship. In the past, one of the biggest problems we had was other people stirring up some mess. And one thing I have learned is that same misery loves company is exactly that. You can't be surrounded around people who's not happy for you.
You just got a completely different.
If they just completely, like, we really had to revamp our entire circle on both ends.
Still in the process. So
that you know, there's no mess. Because I like to have peace in my life. And
As we all do.
And at that time, it was like the outside mess was messing with our relationship. And we realized that we weren't bickering at each other because we were mad at each other. We were bickering at each other because
everyone else was.
Yeah.
So there is knowledge that you have tended to turn bottoms into tops. How does that apply in this relationship?
Okay. I have in the past dated people who I thought were tops, and it turned out that they were bottoms until
I thought someone was called.
they met me.
Solid.
Yeah. They were bottoms until they met me. So all of a sudden now, they done climbed up in my snatch. They were tops now, full fledged, and they never wanted to bottom again. So
Okay, so after 18 months, you're now experiencing a phenomena where you guys are exploring the opposite of your regular roles.
Now, then I actually don't know.
How did that come about?
Got kind of moist time. I was like, oh, yes, Lord. Just, whoo. Just wait a minute. So, do we need to pray? You know, let's pray, you know. Every now and again, it kind of got to me. It's like,
That's, well, for me, for me, I just never, a lot of people don't know this about me. They assume that when they first meet me that I've been in the lifestyle for a long time. I have not. I've only been in the lifestyle for about 3 years. And for me, it was like, oh, when I came out, I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be a bottom. I don't know why. And a lot of people, they be like, oh, well, they like, well, didn't you used to do girls? I'm like, yeah. And they was like, well, how can you do girls and not do boys? I said, I don't know.
Well, same way that
I said, I just know. I'm letting you know right now, I'm a bisexual bottom. I really don't have a desire on the top of you. I'm really into, you know, I met Tye. I mean, he has a butt. And there's a whole lot of it. So, you know what?
it runs in the family.
You explore your versatility.
Yeah, every so often, you know, it just came over, you know.
Alright, so we're going to come back up from
But I'm just saying.
digging.
Yeah.
We're going to come back up from digging so deep. How does your relationship differ from the rest?
I have ran across a lot of couples. First of all, one, they didn't last long. A lot of people I've seen in the gay scene who are couples, they be together 1 minute and then they break up the next. And it's always over some petty stuff.
And it is about petty stuff. It's a lot of consistent on and off things where they got allowing the games to happen, for them to take it back in, and then for them to go back out, for them to do it again. I've seen a lot of that.
And most of it could have been fixed if there was more communication. Like a lot of couples are so in the gay scene, they let that outside, I got to use the term faggotries, you know, mess up their relationship or break up their relationship, or they just don't communicate. Any problem can be fixed with communication.
It's been a wonderful time with the gang and specifically more smooches. We have Tye and Sayvion here.
I feel right. I'm just saying.
Perfect couple.
I feel like brought it.
It's been a blessing talking to you all.
Hallelujah.